Okay. The distance from the center of a polygon to a side, this pink distance right here is called the apothem. The apothem. Apothem.
I saw an apothem.
They're so gross. Apothem. It's such a weird word. I know.
It sounds like
Okay.
somebody with a lisp saying apothem.
Yep.
Oh, sorry.
Okay.
I'm sorry to only take said that.
Here is the center, just like it would be in a circle, right? And then 90 degrees to the side, that is called the apothem. Now, the radius would be this blue length right here. Okay, it would be from the center to the vertex. Okay, now you know what perimeter means, right?
Yeah.
Perimeter means you add up all the lengths of the edges and you add them together. Okay, so the formula that we need to understand here is that the area of any regular polygon, what does it mean to be regular?
Normal.
The polygon. Right? All the angles are the same. All the sides are congruent. Very good. So if we have a polygon where all the sides are congruent, which means all the angles are the same, our area is 1/2 times the apothem times the perimeter. We're done with the warm-up, so I'm going to ask you that you erase that and put it away for me. Okay, so in number 1, yeah, it's a closed shape. Okay, all right, not a circle. Okay, Stella, what is the apothem in number 1? Okay, 7 is our apothem. If I want the perimeter, Aro, how do we figure out the perimeter? Okay, 24.2 times 3. What is that number? Because it says find the area of each regular polygon. Regular means all the sides are the same. Okay. So if I want to find the area, we're going to take 1/2 times the apothem times the perimeter. I'm going to have you round to 1 decimal place. Okay. Quietly, could you please find the area for number 2? Could you please do that for me? Just find the area for number 2. I've given you an instruction. Please. So this is my marker. Could you please put the cap on and put it away? So Aiden, I gave you an instruction 2 times.
Yeah, you're right.
Is it?
No, I was talking about my calculator.
Register the calculator.
Wait, I can't keep
Wait, Gavin
Wait, Ben has it?
Yeah, what do we do once we have the multiply them?
1/2 A. Okay. All right, make 5. Make 5. Carson, what do I need to multiply 13.3 by to get the perimeter? And what is that number? I don't think it's 93.1. What?
I saw my Inga opinion on how he said he doesn't know what he's doing. I saw that.
Okay. I should be the only one talking right now.
Keegan needs help. What?
Zach, what is 1/2 times the apothem times the perimeter? What was your question, Keegan? Okay, now, that's cool. But do you know how many times I'm gonna give you a side and the apothem? Not every time, okay? So.
Okay, cheers.
If you need something, ask. I can get you a pencil. Okay. If you do not have the apothem. Okay. You do not have the apothem. If you do not have the side, then you may have to use either special right triangles or SOHCAHTOA in order to get one of those pieces. Something that I need you to remember is that the interior angles add up to n-2 times 180. So if it gives you a triangle, well, we know that if it's an equilateral triangle, those are all 60 degrees, okay? But if it gives you a pentagon or a hexagon or a heptagon or an octagon, okay? If you can't remember what each of those angles are, we may have to use some math to do that, okay? So, for example, let's look at number 3. Number 3, we have the apothem, but we don't know the side. So we're gonna have to use geometry to figure that out. So first of all, let's talk about what each of these angles are. So if we take 6 minus 2 times 180, how many degrees are in a hexagon?
It's 720.
Okay, and if we take 720 divided by 6, that means each of these angles are 120 degrees. So right here, so this is where it helps to pay attention. The measure of the interior angles add up to be this n-2 times 180. So I took n-2 times 180 to figure out that my interior angles add up to be 720. Since they're all the same, I could divide it by 6 to get 120. So now, how does that help? My apothem is 5, but I need to figure out what each side is. So if I make this cute little triangle right here, I need to find x. Well, if all of these angles are 120, what's this angle right here? Okay, we know that this is a 60-degree angle. Because it's a regular polygon, since it's a radius, it's bisecting this angle.
Because there would be 2 right triangles for every side, so then you can just divide 360 times.
Okay, so Layla gave the suggestion. Well, we would know that every right triangle, like if we drew all the right triangles, we could take 360 divided by that number and get 30. That would be fine too. Okay. Now, how do I get from 5 to X? Divide by radical 3, right? Okay. Guess what? We can do decimals. Okay. So what is 5 divided by radical 3?
5 radical 3 over radical 3.
Okay. Did you just hear me say, I will let you do decimals?
Well, yeah, but we don't know what radical 3 is.
In their calculator, what is 5 divided by radical 3?
2.8. Yeah. 2.9.
2.8 what? Okay, so I'm gonna go to 2 decimal places since it's not my final answer. If X is 2.88, then my side would be double that. 5 point what? What? 5.76. Okay. What? I don't think I look very much like Miss Balance or Miss Callison. Yes. So 1/2 times the apothem times the perimeter. You asked for it. I'll do it.
It has its own head.
Our apothem is 5 and our perimeter is 5.76 times 6. So our area is going to be 86.7 square centimeters. You see my little cap? This is really sad. Okay, let's go ahead and look at number 5. Okay, what do we know? 10 is the what? 10 is the apothem. Okay. Now, I want to know how many total degrees are in this pentagon, this regular pentagon. So if I take 5 minus 2 times 180, how many total degrees do we have? 540. And if I take 540 and divide it by those 5 angles, then each angle is, how about exactly 108? Okay. So when we create this triangle, we should probably figure out what X is. I know that this angle right here is 54 degrees. Open.
Does that mean that every regular pentagon
Yes.
that is 10 inches from it's all 108 degrees for each?
So it doesn't even matter what the apothem is.
That's crazy.
Any regular pentagon is going to have angles of 108. Okay. So now what's going to happen? We are going to have to use SOHCAHTOA. What are we going to have to use? The tangent of 54 degrees is opposite over adjacent. So X times the tangent of 54 equals 10. So in our calculators, we're taking 10 divided by the tangent of 54. What is it? 7.27. If it's not the final answer, let's go to 2 decimal places. Okay. Well, if our side is 7, or if X is 7.27, that's only half of our side. Do you see what I'm saying there? Our entire side would be
14.5.
okay. So for our area, we would have to take 1/2 times the apothem times our perimeter. So I'm going to take my sides times 5 to get my perimeter. Are you okay with that?
I did.
Maybe turn to this page. I'm going to be writing down what I have. Well, then you two, I shouldn't have to tell you that. You know better.
You know better, don't you?
Hey, what's our area? 363.5 square inches. Isn't that a fun word to say though? Apothem? All right, turn the page. No.
Yes.
Turn the page. We're gonna do number 8. Okay, if our formula, I don't think the radius is gonna be helpful. If our formula is 1/2 times the apothem times the perimeter, what piece of information do we already know in this picture? We know that the perimeter is, we know our perimeter is 22 times 6.
132.
132?
Something like that. I guess, but that's not right.
He guessed, but it's probably right. It is right.
Okay.
So now we need to figure out what our apothem is. Now, this is the hexagon. Have we already worked with the hexagon today?
Yeah.
It's 120.
Okay, each of our angles are 120. So if I make this cute little, what's this angle right here? This angle right here is 60. Ooh, that's very helpful. We don't have to use SOHCAHTOA. All right. Now be careful. Use your brain. What is this short side right here? Okay. It's 11, which means if I have my short leg and I want to go to my long leg. Okay.
Wait, but it doesn't have to be radical, right?
It does not have to be in radical form, but I want you to do 2 decimal places since it's not the final answer. Okay. So our area would be 1/2 times the apothem times the perimeter.
The radius wasn't helpful in this problem.
It's not. I don't need to find it. I drew it, but I don't need to find it. What do we need the radius for?
Didn't you just say? Oh,
I need A.
that's the problem. So you just need to do the formula. You don't need to solve for the actual answer. We didn't solve the radius.
So I'm
But isn't the
this height, this is the radius.
oh, I was thinking A was the radius.
Okay, A is the apothem.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not laughing. No.
109.4?
A did dab. So
No.
I did not dab. Exactly. Because no. Oh my God, Miss Vicky. I mean.
How about 1,257.3?
Okay, that's exactly
I
right.
got 5. How did you do that? I saw you dab.
Okay, so what I did is I literally put 1 divided by 2 times 11 times square root of 3 times 132, and then I hit equals. That's fine too.
Didn't work.
Let me see. Okay, my job for you is to do number 9. Okay, you need to close the parentheses on the square root. Okay, you are doing number 9. Anybody see my little cat?
Carson.
It is an octagon.
Just school calculator. 8 minus 2. Carson is such a thief. Carson just took a calculator. Wow. You found that? That's a good thing.
8 minus 2 times 180.
135.
That's not right at all.
It's parentheses 8 minus 2.
That's better.
Like, how many times do we have to have the discussion of not throwing something in my class before you actually remember?
I think that's also one word.
No, that's not how big each angle is. That's how, that's the size of the entire object.
You're gonna take
So
8
then-
minus 2 times 180. Yeah, there's 8 sides. You're gonna take 6 times 180.
There you go.
And then since there's 8 angles, so divide that by 8.
How do you get like the
So 135 are each of those big angles.
David, you should draw distinctly from memory. That's me. Dude. That is a violation.
So if they don't give you the side of the.
Not that funny.
So only these 2 angles. Everything else.
I need to censor that.
That's better.
Okay, so I've gathered that each of these angles are 135. Do you agree? What was 14 times 8? 112.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so do you agree with this triangle right here? This is 7. What's this cute little angle right here, Harper?
67.
0.5. Because it's half of 135. Right?
Yeah.
Okay. So, Emily, which trig function do we have to use? The tangent of 67.5 is a over 7. So if we take 7 times 60, tangent of 67.5, Jack, what is that? 8, 9? Okay. Because it's opposite over adjacent.
If it was lead, you
Okay.
if it was.
I can't hear Layla. Colton, I can't hear Layla. I need you to be quiet. So I would say just go to 2 decimal places until you get to your final answer and then round to 1. Does that make sense? Okay. So 1/2 times our apothem times our perimeter is 946.4. And that's why, like, I'm saying round more inside your work. That way, like, if you use exact numbers, we should still get the same. Okay. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, This is really frustrating. Okay? Could you please look at page 16? Your homework is just 1 through 10. Is that okay? Just 1 through 10? 1 through 10. It's better than 1 through 14, which I could give you. 1 through 10.